Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang dhammang sanghang namasami. Forget. Daniel, do you have something you want to put in front? No? Okay. Okay, so today it's Saturday, a couple of days before the rains retreat. Just shaved our head. Of course, today is an unusually cold day. And so I'll try to keep the demo talk short and sweet, but something to fire you up, to warm you up, what to do that. Thing that comes up is we're here because we want to train our mind. Right? We're here for the training. And it implies sometimes, the thinking, the teaching on not self. I'm not here anyway, so why should I choose? I don't want to should learn to let go and not to control too much and be control freak. But reality is, there's a training. There's, in the day-to-day, the real world, there is choosing. That's what appears to us anyway. So when we're at the cross path, when you do have to choose in the day-to-day interaction and how you relate to the world, relate to the people around you, relate to yourself, choose goodness, choose love, choose care and compassion, choose the Buddha and the Dhamma and the Sangha, choose forgiveness, choose wholesome things. Because one of the main things I like to think about, the training is like physical training, same as mental training. It's a muscle. Until we exercise those muscles, they will continue to grow. So we exercise the muscles of irritation, anger, jealousy, worries. That grows over time. But we exercise the muscles of patience, the muscle of care and compassion, the muscles of forgiveness. And those grow over time as well. And we continue to keep going back to that. Yes, we lose mindfulness, awareness. We get angry, irritated, get greedy. That doesn't matter. As long as we keep coming back to wholesome states, as long as we keep coming back to forgiveness, to care, compassion, to love and wisdom, then those things will grow naturally over time. They become stronger, we strengthen them. Sometimes we come and says, yeah, I'm here, I want to work on my greed, I'm so greedy, I eat too much, Ajahn, or I'm really lazy, I couldn't get up this morning, sorry about that. And I'm just so angry all the time. And sometimes we get to focus on everything that's gone wrong with us. And then that spills out to all the wrong things in the world and the people around us. And which is natural in a certain sense. But I'm trying to come here to just encourage you to use the power of this hot seat to recondition you back to wholesome states, to beauty, to care, to look in the world from a positive angle, to positivity. So looking at whatever wrong with the world, wrong with yourself, wrong with other people, we can say, yeah, those things are there, sure. We can continue to redirect our attention to what's right in the world, what's right with ourselves, what's right with the people around us. And from there, the world becomes a beautiful place. The people around us becomes beautiful people because of their intention. They're here to train. Sure, we're not perfect, but the intention of wanting to train, wanting to improve, wanting to grow in Dhamma, wanting to grow in goodness and simplicity, that in itself is a major factor That in itself is an amazing blessing for each and every one of us. From perspective of karma, perspective of Buddhism, intention pays the rent. Not only pays the rent, it buys you a huge mansion of good karma. As long as you keep intending towards goodness, keep intention towards forgiveness, keep intending towards caring. And when we care, we're actually here. Sometimes the word mindfulness, sati, gets translated to be mindfulness and be aware. And we know that mindfulness is, you have to be aware, be present. And you have to remember things. But that's only part of that. I think my slant of mindfulness is a big chunk of it is not just being careful, but to care, to put that in, to be gentle, to care what's happening right here, right now, to care for the people that you're interacting with, to care for the present moment, to really be here and to embrace it. Not look at reality, not look at the present moment from, judging, from negativity, from wanting something else, but really to embrace the present moment in all its entirety, to be really gentle with it, to be here, to accept all that is. And from there, the mind has a foundation of goodness, of stability, and it grows from that. It grows naturally because the foundation is fertile, foundation is grounded in Dhamma. And the wholesome state starts to happen naturally, not because we have our agendas, of we wishing, wanting, getting rid of things, wanting to get somewhere else, want to become enlightened, want to be on top of your defilements and not be angry anymore and not be greedy anymore. But you actually get to a place where you're okay with being greedy from time to time. You're okay with overeating. It's not the end of the world. You're okay with losing your temper from time to time. That's what happens. When you're okay with that, it's not to be an issue. The mind's naturally not angry anymore. Because the problem with greed is the fact that, like I said, it was the bait. We judge ourselves, the reaction to it. And with anger is we get angry when we get, we don't like it when we get angry. Well, that only compounds the problem. But sometimes we step back. We just look at ourselves, look at the people around us, as they're little kids. And things don't become so overwhelming, so serious. Just so-and-so, little so-and-so is just throwing a temper tantrum again. So-and-so is just so unmindful, forgetting things everywhere. That's okay. They're just little babies. Not from like a condescending way, but it's just we're all at heart sometimes. We're just little babies doing our things. We want what we want and we want to get it sometimes. But that's okay. We don't have to make a problem out of it. So as we choose goodness, we choose clarity and simplicity. Even when our minds gets complicated, when our mind goes funny, we can still go back to it. And that's why sometimes the meditation exercise that we're asked to do, that going back to the breath, going back to the body over and over again, because that's the same skills we need to deal with the world outside of sitting meditation over and over again. We lose some mindfulness, but it's okay, I'm still going to go back to the body. I get angry, I'm still going to go back to being more caring and forgiving. And this ability just to keep coming back to goodness, coming back to the breath or coming back to the body. When you're outside of it, you can say, I'm still going to come back to the present moment. You can lose your awareness. It doesn't really go anywhere, but come back to the body. Come back to the present moment. Over and over again. That gets strengthened as we ground the awareness in the present moment. The mind's clarity strengthens, becomes more clear that really the training, the purpose of the training is just to be here and to care. Nothing else. Lots of complication can grow from that, but as long as you stay present, stay here. So of all the different dhammas you might have learned, the Eightfold Path, the 1,200 dhammas or the 88,000 dhammas, it comes back to just right here, the present moment. To back to be careful and to care. To rejoice in a good karma. Yes, we don't have the perfect body, but we're here. We're in the monastery. We're practicing. We're in a group of people who has the same intention. And that's a great blessing. It's like you hit the spiritual, the karma lottery of a lifetime. To be in this place right here and now. And to be in this beautiful bushland. And to have this great opportunity to practice. Whether you're here a weekend or here for the next 3 months, really is an amazing opportunity that we shouldn't let pass by. Unless you get too anxious, but then, and the only thing the only thing you have to do is to be here, to be present, and to care, whatever that means in your own emotional life. In the way you relate to it. What does it mean to care for yourself, to care for others? So that's a little short for tonight, to be here and to care. I'll offer that for reflection.
Dhammyang dhammakatha sadhu karang tathamase